advancing green hydrogen plant in Camden County, Georgia, popularly named Uniform Golf. CRTD created a bunch of new fiction community on vocal, appointing author Erica Wagner as lead editorial innovator. That's CRTD.
Hey guys, good morning. It's Dave Santarelli from BreakingChartAlerts.com. First off, unemployment numbers came out much better than expected, guys. We're starting to see unemployment claims continue to drop here. Jobless claims down about 9,000 to 376,000 for the week. Continued claims down about 250,000, down 258,000 to 3.499 million across the United States, which is pretty good, compared to what we were at, about a year ago. So we ended up picking up some trades here yesterday. We're going to be watching those, see how we're going to make out. Our FireEye trade is looking pretty good. That's getting a nice little pop here. The PEI is looking good. We got a nice little climb here coming on Delta. Delta's back up over 47 bucks. And, a few of you were trading Cleveland Cliffs yesterday. That's getting a nice little climb. So let's give the markets a few minutes here. And we're definitely going to be looking at some day trades here. I have the trade challenge pulled up on the iMac. The main account here on this, on the main screen here that you guys are watching. And we're going to be searching for some good day trades today. That's really important. Today, tomorrow, I want to find some good day trade setups and see where we go. Let's see. Someone in the trade room asked if it's the right time to add to Airbnb. We got a July Expo for Airbnb. Right now, I want to make sure she holds at 140. She's at 142.14 now. I want to make sure it holds at 140, holds above that blue 20-day simple moving average. Like I said, as we continue to go in the summer months here, I think Airbnb is going to continue to pick up there. They got quite a bit of bookings. Their CEO was on talking about how their bookings have increased since last year and, every month here since the pandemic. So I'm going to be continuing to watch that here. Let's see, FedEx, FireEye, PEI is looking good. Workhorse, we got some shares of yesterday. That's down a little bit right now. Let's see, PayPal, Root. Airbnb is just continuing to pull back a little bit here, just waiting on that. Carnival Cruise Line's getting a nice little pop here. Let's put CCL on this one. Let me see, Link 1. All right, let's see here. CCL is getting a nice little climb. Notice how CCL, this is a 3-month daily chart on CCL. Let me put it bigger here so you guys can see it. All right, so notice CCL. We got a big climb. Let me lower that a little bit. So as you guys can see, Carnival Cruise Line had a nice climb. It entered into breakout momentum, had a nice climb. Now since what's this here? June 3rd. Since June 3rd, we've really been consolidating. We've been sticking pretty thinly between 31.50 and about 30.50. So about $1, a dollar channel here that it's stuck between consolidation. So we're just waiting for that next breakout. We'll be entering, but look at how beautiful that is per trade plan here. Breakout momentum, candle above previous candle's body, a nice breakout there for a few weeks. Consolidated, holding that 10-day simple moving average right now. And now what we're looking for is a continued breakout. And if we zoom out of this chart a little bit here, we're seeing we're still in the breakout momentum cycle here. And then if we zoom out even further, you can see where we are pre-pandemic here. When shares of Carnival Cruise Line were up over 50 bucks a share. We're at 30.72 right now. So, that's still climbing here. Right now, we're nearing $31. But like I said, this is a nice one to be looking forward to for a few months out. This isn't something you want to trade short term here, in my opinion. This is something that I want to be looking at for, the longer term here. Shorter term, you're going to be seeing some volatility. Let's see here. We got a nice green coming here. Squares in the green today. Palantir, PEI, MyMD, FireEye, FedEx, Ford, Express, CCL. Baidu's a little green today. Let's see what Baidu's doing. We got a longer term trade on Baidu. So in the mornings, I like going over our current trades, seeing how the charts look, and then we start finding some new setups here. So Baidu, like I said, you know, we didn't have that BDM where the body's below previous candle's body and you're seeing larger volume come in, larger candlesticks. You know, it's pretty flat here, which is a good sign. And I expect that to continue to climb over the summer months here. Bank of America nearing $43. FedEx is getting a nice climb. FireEye's popping nicely. Want to see that Workhorse take off here. If Workhorse could get a nice little climb, that'd be nice. A few of you are still in Kronos, I think, right? Kronos. Let's see here. 905 still in the breakout momentum on a daily chart, looking pretty good there. I'd really like to get back in Embraer. Embraer just broke 15 bucks. You guys remember, if you guys go back on our YouTube channel, you know, we've been trading that since that entered into that breakout momentum cycle, back $7, $8 a share there. You know, you guys, I think you guys remember that. We closed out a trade on Embraer about 2 weeks ago, and I'm kicking myself in the you know what there for selling that one so early. Up 12% today on Embraer. I think that's just going to continue to run. I think we're going to see that 20 bucks. If you guys remember, I gave a longer-term trade idea, a leap on Embraer. I know a few of you got it. Where's Bashan at? Where's our Bashan? I know he was still in Embraer. I wonder if he's still holding on to that or what. Bashan, are you with us? Let me see if he's on the Zoom here. I don't see him on. He's probably at work here. So that's looking really good. Embraer's still on the climb. I like that setup for Embraer. Let's see, Root. Let's see, what is Root doing here? Root pulled back a little bit there from the highs, 6%. But remember the types of moves it was having. Up, you know, 40, 50, 60% here. So, you know, when it has those big pops, a little consolidation there is fine. We have the June 18th Expo on route, so we got to keep an eye on that. Might get rid of that if it has one more, you know, red day here. Let's see. Skyjack said FireEye's still on the climb. Let's see FEYE. That one's looking pretty good there. I like that setup. And notice that nice climb here. So what I want to look at FireEye is that continued breakout. I'm going to be targeting about $22 a share. Remember, the FireEye, we have the July 16th expiration. So with that July expo, you know, it's okay if, you know, she climbs, has a couple candles of a pullback, has a couple larger candles. Our target's going to be $22 to $23 on FireEye. Looking for a quick gain on that, and I'll take it. Square's getting a nice climb here, guys. Our Square trades up $300 on the day. It's looking pretty good there. Let's see, what's that, Ford? Ford's looking pretty darn good there. Let's see what Ford's doing. That's another one that we could be looking at a leap for. I gave you guys a leap idea on that a while ago. Let's see, Airbnb. Airbnb is climbing. It's well off the lows of the day there. Airbnb is breaking out nicely there, Vilio. You know, that came all the way down to 140. She climbed $4 there since open. So I like the looks of that. See how it's testing that 140 support there? Testing that 140 support. It's climbing off of that. That's looking good. I want to target that 150. If it breaks out of that consolidation above 151, I'm going to be adding to that July expiration on Airbnb. That's where I want to add to that. We got a nice climb here. We're up over 500 bucks on the day here. That PEI is moving up nicely. FireEye's up about 500 for the day. Square's up about 300. PayPal's up 300 for the day. Root's down about 500. Workhorse shares are down about 700. Let's see here. Ford up about 200. Express up 250. Express is getting a nice little pop here. We're going to have to take a look at EXPR. Let's see what that one's doing. Airbnb is still looking nice there, Avilio. So if you know the trade plan, you know what you're looking for with Airbnb, right? There you go. Airbnb is now green for the day. Now up 900 bucks on the day here. PEI shares up $550. Getting a nice climb here, guys. Cleveland Cliffs is up over 6%. ExxonMobil, let's see. Jerry and Tyler are talking about ExxonMobil in the trade room there. Dwayne on YouTube says, what do you think for the chart of LMND? I'll take a look at that for you. ExxonMobil, what did I tell you guys? So you guys were asking me about that. I told you I'd be targeting $64. Well, guess what? She hit 64 at the highs there, started to pull back a little bit. You know, if you got ExxonMobil, I'd probably take profits on that. We're currently in our third root trade. Delta's continuing to break out there. Express up over 2%. Square's up 1.5%. Shares of Root are only down 6% today. That's not too bad. That's our third trade on Root. And remember, we're utilizing profits from previous trades to get into those new trades. That's really important to remember. Root, you know, it's still climbing, now only down about 5%. Square looking pretty good there. Let's see, FireEye up over 2%. Express up 2.7% now. Let's see what we got moving over here on the market movers list. Medley's still on the climb. Let's see here. What else is moving? We got Baidu starting to move nicely. Let's see Baidu. Baidu's back in the green. Baidu shares are up 1%. Notice how when we opened this morning, we were down quite a bit. We're starting to see a nice climb here, especially on Baidu, Airbnb. So just giving those some time there. We got our July expos, plenty of time. Apple's continuing to climb here. Take a look at Apple shares, guys. If we take a look at that 3-month daily chart on Apple, what do you see it doing? It's continuing to break higher here now. So what are we looking for? We're looking for a break above that. Really, I want to see a break above that red 50-day simple moving average, and then that's where I'm going to be targeting that 135. So if I see it break that, you know, let's say 128.50 area on Apple, that's when I'm going to make a larger trade, probably about 15 to 25,000, and I'll look for a longer-term expo and target that 135 resistance area. I think that's a nice target profit area on that. Guys, our PEI shares are in the green overall now. We got a $600 gain on PEI, Pennsylvania Real Estate. What is it? Pennsylvania Real Estate Investment. SHBENINT. Nice climb there. Square's still continuing to climb. Square trades up over 300 for the day. Let's see here. What's moving? AMC starting to move. Clover Health still on the move. Wish. Muhammad messaged me about Wish. Are you still in Wish, Muhammad? Let's see. Someone asked me about another one. Dwayne said LMND. Let's see. LMND. What is that? Let me see if I can move this down a little bit there. Lemonade. Okay, that's that. Isn't that like that STD testing thing or something? Or I forget what they get. Or is that the one that gives Viagra or something? A prescription of Viagra? It's something like that, right? I always see the ads for it. But that one's looking pretty good there. That just broke resistance. It's in breakout momentum. Lemonade, Dwayne, I'd be targeting 125 to 150 over the next 3 to 6 months on Lemonade. That's actually a really nice setup there. I like how she held that. You know, 50 is a really good support area on Lemonade there. You know, she's making higher lows after that breakout momentum cycle. Pulled back those new low right there on 511. Higher than the previous lows here of about 45. Starting to continue to break out there. I like that. If you wanted to make a trade on Lemonade, you could look at something that's a few months out. Let's take a look. LMND. I'd probably be going with a year out till Expo. They're probably pretty cheap too, and the nice thing about that, that's got some volatility and that's got some room to run there. And take a look, that Lemonade, I mean, you know, option contracts are dirt cheap on it. The only thing you got to look at there, look at the volume and open interest. Not too many there, not too much. Let's see, the June. This is the let's see, the June 17th of 2022 Expo. You know, that 105 strike's not too bad there, about $27 a contract. So, you know, at about 160, you'll have 100% return, and you have a year to get there. You know, I mean, that's an easy trade right there to make. That's something I'd probably be making. Apple's still on the climb. Apple's looking pretty good there. Lemonade's an insurance company. What's that one I was thinking of then? PEI's looking great. Square, PayPal. Workhorse shares are down. I'm down about $1,300 on the Workhorse shares I picked up. I picked up 1,000 shares of Workhorse yesterday. That one's going to be one I'm going to be holding for a while. I say a while, but you guys know me. A while means about a month, maybe two. Let's see. MyMD, FireEye, FedEx. I want to see that Airbnb start to take off there. That one I just got to give some time. Apple's looking good here, guys. Apple's continuing to break higher there, holding that 10, continuing that breakout momentum. We got new highs as of right now in this bomb cycle here, breakout momentum cycle that we're seeing. I like the looks of Apple there. Let me see. We got a nice breakout on Amazon, guys. Are you guys checking Amazon? Nice breakout on Amazon there.
SBRT, support.com, working on a circuit breaker. Sandy Papa Romeo Tango, SBRT.
Apple's still on the climb here, guys. Nice breakout on Apple. PayPal and Square is still continuing to run. FireEye is really breaking out there. Let's take a look at FireEye, F-E-Y-E. FireEye, new highs of the day on FireEye. 3-month daily chart, continuing that breakout momentum here off of support. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Let's see. Skyjack says Baidu. Is that a good sign or a bad sign? Let's take a look at Baidu. Baidu's looking good there. Up $3, up 1.62%. Today, 1-minute chart. Look at that strong breakout on Baidu, guys. Nice strong breakout on Baidu. Dwayne, that's really bugging me, that Lemonade now. What was I thinking about? Which one was that? I don't know if it's like the one that does like Viagra or the STD testing. You always see it on Facebook and stuff, you know, it pops up on those stories. What is it? I thought that was that Lemonade. Tyler says Apple's at the high of the day. Apple 127.76, continued to climb there. Baidu is nearing 190 again. That's looking pretty good. Baidu trades up $300 today. We have the August 20th Expo on that. Look at PayPal and Square here, guys. PYPL. PayPal is breaking out here. Look at that breakout, up over $3, 1.2%, 266.74. Continuing that climb. 3-month daily, guys. What have I been telling you? It's holding that 10, continuing to climb. We're targeting that 275. We have the July 16th Expo on PayPal. So definitely going to keep an eye on that. That's looking good there. I love the looks of PayPal. I really think we're going to target that, 275 on PayPal. So if you guys are looking for a swing, right here, that 275, that's going to be our target. Target is going to be 275 on PayPal. We have the July Expo. You guys see right here the MACD, the moving average convergence divergence. We got green bars above the zero line on the histogram of the MACD. We have the crossover of the MACD. That's showing us signs of momentum. You guys see the breakout momentum cycle here. This is the breakout momentum cycle. If you guys know our trade plan, if you guys are watching the videos, you know, so that one's continuing to climb there. I love that that setup there on PayPal. And you guys know it just takes some time to reach those targets. Some days you're going to pull back a little bit. Some days you're going to have those big breakouts like we're having today. You know, so it's really important to stay focused, follow that trade plan, and understand your targets and your stops. There goes Apple near 128, highs of the day again. Nice breakout on Apple here, especially on a 3-month daily chart. There she goes, targeting that 128 here. Let's see if she could break that. Only thing really holding me back today is Airbnb and Workhorse and Root here. Those are the 3 trades that are down. CCL pulled back a little bit from the highs there. Let's see what Square's doing. I like Square, SQ. I think Square's overtaking PayPal, to be honest with you. Sam says that Lemonade is pet insurance, but what's that one I'm thinking of? I know you guys know it. Square's holding that 210, holding above that blue 20-day simple moving average on a daily chart here. Once we break above 220 on Square, I'm going to be adding aggressively to Square and be targeting, you know, 260, 270, 280 even, you know, with a longer term trade set up there. Baidu's looking pretty good. Baidu's up over $3 here. Square's up almost 2%. PayPal up 1.2. Look at the breakout on Amazon, guys. They're just breaking news that they're facing a fine. There you go. Dwayne said he just looked at it. Lemonade Health, spelled Lemonaid Health. So it's same thing. Lemonade, you know, that you guys were talking about, and then Lemonade Health. So, guys, Amazon's having a nice breakout there. You could be targeting that 3,400. That's a really nice breakout. Apple just broke above 128.09, continuing to climb there. Apple trade's looking good. On this iMac here, I kind of put up the E-Trade Pro screen above that top bar there, and I don't know how to bring it back down, so it's like kind of useless on the iMac here. Let me see, Pro. I don't know how to move it. You know that bar where you have to hold it at the top? It's above that bar on the iMac here. I don't know how to pull it down. I'll just quit and go back in. Let's see here. What else do we have moving down there? And Brer is nearing 16 bucks. She's running for 16, guys. What a breakout on Embraer. 15.49. That is a heck of a breakout there. Wonder where Bashan is. I know Bashan was pretty heavy on Embraer when I first announced that trade ID on it. Wow, guys, we're up 700 bucks today on PayPal. PayPal's continuing to run higher. Our PayPal trade's looking pretty good now, guys. 267.41. Shares of PayPal up 1.46%. You guys still in that Cleveland Cliffs or Wish trade? Let's see. FireEye's up 500 bucks today. Baidu's up about 300. Want to see Airbnb start to climb. Airbnb's at 143.20. Let's take a look at Root. Wow, Root pulled back quite a bit there. Let's see, Root down $900 on Root today, the June 18th expo.
Home builders index at the lowest level in over 10 weeks, 3.5.
Home builder index at the lowest level in what did he say? 10 weeks. Guys, FireEye is on fire. That was a trade we picked up yesterday. $20.58 a share, continuing to break out there. We are green on our FireEye trade, up $700 now. Look at that breakout on FireEye, guys. And remember, this is a cybersecurity company. Biden signing executive orders on cybersecurity. He's meeting with Putin at, what is it, the G7 Geneva Convention. What is he meeting at there? I need to get some more sleep, but he's meeting with Putin soon, and he's going to be talking about cybersecurity and all the threats there. So, you know, I expect FireEye to continue to climb here. FireEye shares up over 3.3% for the day here. Nice breakout there. I think we're going to easily see that 22.50 on FireEye. A matter of fact, guys, I think I'm going to add to our FireEye trade. I really think we're going to add to our FireEye trade today. Let's see. Skyjack says Baidu. Look at Apple too there. Apple's breaking out. Baidu's having a nice run, breaking above that 190 a share here. Today, 1 minute chart. Look at how beautiful that Baidu chart is here. I mean, from 185 here at the start of the day all the way up to 190. You know, that's a nice climb there on Baidu. Our PayPal trade's now up $800 for the day here, guys. PayPal's continuing to run. There goes FireEye. FireEye up $800 on the day. We got an overall profit now in triple digits on FireEye there after being down. You know, yesterday we were down, what, $700 on FireEye on that pullback? We got in yesterday probably right at around, you know, $20.40 a share. You know, that's when we picked up those calls for the July 16th expo. We're up $800 on those right now, and it's continuing to break higher. That's what I mean about options. You're much more leveraged. So those little candles that you see there, you can't go crazy about that. You know, if a stock moves about 1-2%, you're going to see that option move about 30-40% or even more there. You know, so you got to be mentally prepared for that. And always ask yourself, do you have longer than 30 days until expiration? If the answer is yes, and it's still continuing to go your way, then you hold on to that trade. If you have less than 30 days till expo, then you got to decide, hey, am I going to be selling that trade? Are we failing at resistance there? Are we coming up near my stops? That's why every day you should have that trading journal like I have next to me here, and you should be targeting, looking at those targets, the stops, the resistance, support areas, and looking at those. Airbnb, I'm waiting for Airbnb to move. She's starting to climb a little bit, only down 0.8% now on the day. Baidu's getting a nice climb here, guys. BIDU, that's still climbing there. Apple was looking great. Baidu's nearing 191, shares up 2%. Today, 1 minute, nice chart there. Apple's looking great. AAPL, that was just at a high of 128.19 there. 3-month daily chart is looking beautiful. It's just starting that breakout. It held that support 122.50, continuing that climb. I like that setup there. Really like that setup. Square's holding that 20-day simple moving average on a daily chart. Take a look at Square, guys. Square, we zoom in a little bit here. You guys can see that breakout momentum cycle forming. We had the MACD cross. We got momentum showing here on the MACD. And right now we're holding that 210, holding that blue 20-day simple moving average. Now what I want to see is that climb above that yellow 10-day simple moving average on a daily chart. If we get a climb above that yellow 10-day, that's where we're going to be adding to the Square trade and looking for that further breakout, because Square is one of those that has big moves, and she's only at 214 right now. So we could easily target 250 to 260 on Square for maybe the July or August expo. Zamboni says, take a look at Tilray. TLRY. We were talking about that one yesterday. That one had a big climb there. Pullback. Today, a little profit taking, but like I said, it's in breakout momentum cycle. You had that 10-20 cross. You have a big breakout there. And then notice here on the 4th here, you had a pullback a little bit. Still holding above that yellow 10-day simple moving average, which means you're still in that breakout momentum cycle per trade plan. And now what we're looking at is to hold really that 20 support area and then continue to climb. You got some resistance right at around, you'll see some at around 25 bucks and then 30. If it breaks 30, she's going to have a much larger breakout there. But not one, I'm not until Ray, so, you know, it's not one that I actively watch unless it comes up on my scanners there. Let's see what else is moving. Workhorse is down about 6% here today. Down $1,000 on the Workhorse shares. I picked up 1,000 shares of that yesterday, so down about $940 on that right now. Root down $800 on that today. Up $400 on Square. Up $500 on PayPal.
Letter C, Citi launches custom cash next generation.
PEI pulled back from the highs there a bit. FireEye's up 500. FedEx up 120. Baidu's up 200. Down 400 on Airbnb.
CMLS, Cumulus Media, Charlie Victor, Michael Lemus Sandy enters into exclusive sales partnership with Adobe. That's CMLS.
Let's see, talking about Microsoft here in the trade room. Microsoft's looking good. I'd be targeting that 260. You know, if you guys aren't in the trade on Microsoft, you know, you could be jumping into maybe like the, you know, next week's expo wouldn't be too bad there. You know, and target that 260. You know, if you take a look at the option chain here from Microsoft, you know, you guys could take a look at that June 18th monthly expo there. The 255 is going for about $3.30. So 255 plus, you know, let's say 3.3. That's 258.30's break even plus 3.3. At 261.60, you have a 100% return there. You know, and that's very easily doable there if you continue this breakout momentum cycle here on Microsoft. It broke above that resistance here at 255. She's climbing here. So this is something that you could look at a short-term trade and look to pick up that June 18th expo here. And you could be looking at that. You know, you could even pick up the 257. I'd be looking at either the 255. I'd be looking at the 255. 255 or 257.50. So if you guys wanted to make a trade on Microsoft here, this is what I'd be looking at. A call, the June 18th expo, I'd be looking at the 255. Going for about $339 a contract. You could also pick up the 257.50. 257.50 is going for about $2.08, $2.10 a contract. You know, you could be targeting that 260. Once you get up to that 260, you could be looking to take profits there. PayPal back up $700 on the day. Square up $500. FireEye back up $600 on the day. FedEx up $200. Baidu's continuing to climb there, 190.57. Amazon is having a nice breakout today, up 1.25%, continuing that run. Cleveland Cliffs is pulling back from the highs, only up about 1.72%, 1.5%, 23.58 now on Cleveland Cliffs. And we have Delta at 46.86, up about 0.73% there. FireEye's still leading the way, up over 3% on the day. Google up 0.91%, and we have PayPal up 1.57%. Root's down about 10% on the day. Workhorse is down about 6%. So that's what I'd be looking at Microsoft if you guys wanted a trade idea on Microsoft there. Let's see. Victor messaged me, said, "Good morning, Dave. Intel is looking pretty good." Let's take a look at Intel here. INTC. Intel is looking really great there, Victor. That is a nice find there and a nice setup. I'm going to put Intel on our watch list here. That is one that I like to look at right there. That's a nice looking chart. Notice how you have that 1020 cross. You already had the MACD down here cross, right? So let me get this annotation up here. Let me change the color. So you had that MACD cross. You have some green bars above the 0 line on the histogram of the MACD. You had that 10-20 cross. You have the candles above that 20-day simple moving average. You had that 10-20 crossover. You broke that resistance at that 57.50 that it's been at for quite a while there. So broke that. It's looking good. Intel, you could be targeting easily short term here, that 260. That's going to be R1. That's going to be resistance 1, which is also known as your target profit area number 1 on a shorter term trade. And then if you're looking at R2 here, 62.50 is R2. And then you could be targeting that 67.50 for R3. And that's one that you'd be looking out for like a year or a leap on that one. So that one's a nice one there. R3, 67.50. R1, you're looking anywhere from 30 to 60 days out till Expo. R2, 3 to 6 months out till Expo. R3 is going to be that leap, 12 plus months out till Expo. So that's how I usually look and view at my expirations. I'll look at those target profit areas, also known as resistance areas here, and I'll say, okay, if she's really breaking out now and has some momentum and a catalyst that's going to propel that higher there, then I look at those target profit areas and I decide, okay, do I want to make a shorter term trade on Intel, or do I want to make a longer term, safer type of trade there, regarding any type of short term volatility in the markets? And that's what I'm searching for there. So that's looking pretty good there. PayPal's looking good. PEI, MyMD, FireEye, FedEx, Ford's looking good. Want to see that Airbnb start to climb there. Victor, that's a nice setup, though, if you wanted to pick up that Intel. That's going to be definitely one I keep an eye on. Looking for some day trades now. I want to find a nice day trade setup we could possibly jump into. That Intel's looking pretty good there, Victor. I might be doing something on that later on in the afternoon. Maybe like a swing trade on that. FireEye is really taking off here, guys. Take a look at FireEye. I like looking at those momentums, those breakouts there. FEYE. FireEye is nearing the highs of the day once again, 2064 a share. I mean, that's just a beautiful breakout, holding that blue 20-day simple moving average. Now what we're looking for is a break above that 2069. We break above that 2069, we could easily see that 21 today. FireEye, I'm telling you, that's going to be one that's going to continue to have momentum and continue to climb here as Biden is signing executive orders on cybersecurity. So that's going to be one that I think is going to continue to run there. We should have some nice profits on FireEye. So if you're not in FireEye yet, that's a really nice setup there. Let's see, Azaria says Intel. Intel's looking good, Azaria. That seems like a nice, safer trade there to make on Intel. Baidu's still climbing, holding above 190.
HUYA, Huya, Hotel Uniform Yankee Alpha, January $50 call sweep now in HUYA. Shares moving on that, HUYA, Hotel Yankee, Hotel Uniform Yankee Alpha.
Just about everything is green on that heat map there, except for travel, lodging, leisure, and residential. Let's see. Merck up 2.27%, Eli Lilly up 2.41%.
Up about 4.25% now, HUYA.
Let's see, Jerry says Amazon. Amazon is still climbing there, and they just had news that they might be sued for what, 400 million or fined. Amazon's looking pretty good. Looking for a good day trade setup. Not seeing anything, you know, everything's pretty flat here. It's not like a big breakout, anything happening just yet. So looking for that day trade. If you guys see something on the move there, let me know. We could definitely keep an eye on it. MVIS, I don't know what MVIS is, but I want to see volume in something there. Let's see, what is MVIS? Microvision. That one had that news yesterday, I think that came out, didn't it? They had a partnership with someone. What was it, Microsoft?
Says we haven't given up hope that we can reach a deal on infrastructure that on a deal with Fox.
McConnell talking about infrastructure. He still wants to have that.
Infrastructure deal is clearly possible. Big Shack today is participating in virtual spring investor conference. The Baird conference today. That's SHAK.
Delta Airlines holding that 20 SMA, still up for the day there. I like Delta going forward into the summer months. Remember, we're early June here. Skyjack, I was looking at ET before. Man, that had a nice run there too. Still not above yesterday's highs just yet. Man, Zoom, I don't know. I don't think I'd jump into Zoom until it broke above 350 there. You know, that one might struggle at around 350. As everyone's coming back from the pandemic there, I think Zoom saw its peak back of February of last year. Not February, what was it here? October of 2020. So that it was during the height of the pandemic there, almost $600 a share. You know, I mean, I could see it possibly getting up to 400, you know, in the, you know, longer term there. But right now, I think she might struggle with about that 350. Let's see, Amazon, FireEye, PayPal, Square. Workhorse is picking up a little bit off those lows. Medley was up over 100%, back down about 82. I'm watching those. I'm seeing what's moving there. MVIS pulling back there, Karen. First candle below that 20 if it holds there. Most important thing to do is give yourself some time, be patient, and wait for those setups here. FireEye's looking great. PayPal, Square. Only things down, Workhorse, Root, Airbnb, and CCL pulled back a little bit here. Let's see what CCL is looking like. And that's why we closed out our June Expos. Remember, we closed out our June Expos on Carnival Cruise Line, and then we just have those July Expos holding up. That July Expo's for a reason, guys. Remember, July Expo, the cruise lines are going to be setting sail again the end of this month, so I expect that to be a nice catalyst for those cruise lines to continue to climb forward here. So, you know, if you're not in CCL yet, once it finds a base support today or tomorrow, whenever that is here, that's when I'd be looking to add or buy a new trade there on CCL, because you're looking out here. Remember, you're looking at the big picture. If you're looking at day trades, you're looking at a today 1 minute chart and not a damn thing else. If you're looking at a swing trade, you're looking at those longer term pictures there, 6 months out, a year out, and you're looking at those resistance, like $40 here on CCL. That's going to be that next resistance area, $10 climb from where it's at right now. You know, that's what you're looking at if you have something like for next year's expo. You know, you could be targeting that $40, $50, even $60 target profit area on CCL there. But that's still in breakout momentum. You're going to have a couple of days where it pulls back a little bit. Stocks don't climb every single day. So when it pulls back and holds that support area, that's a good time to add to CCL or make another trade on CCL. I think that one's going nowhere but higher from here. So I love that setup on Carnival Cruise Line. I think that's going to continue to run. Love that setup. And I'm probably going to be adding to it, probably making another decent-sized trade once it finds support there and starts that climb. But I love that chart setup on Carnival Cruise Line. Let's take a look at another one like RCL, Royal Caribbean Cruise Line there. That one's coming all the way back down to that blue 20. This is going to be a nice short-term swing trade there once that starts to climb there. I like that. I like that setup there. If she holds at $90 on RCL, I might make a trade and target that short-term 95 area with like a month out or maybe 2 months out till Expo. Medley up 84%. That's getting a climb there a little bit. EWZ, that's a Brazilian ETF there. That's crazy. It's saying it's up 11 cents, and then if you look at that daily chart here, it looks like it's way below yesterday's body, right? That's what you got to look at with those trading platforms. Sometimes they give you erroneous information there.
Michael, that goes out to Sandy.
We are in the green on FireEye. FireEye is still breaking out. Let's see. James says BJ's. That one's not really doing too much yet. I see what you're seeing here, the 1020 cross, the MACD. But, yeah, I mean, if you're looking for something, you know, you could target that 50. But for me, I think there's going to be better setups. I mean, who the heck's going to say, hey, it's time for me to buy BJ's? You know, I don't think you're going to see that volume coming in BJ's too much. I always got to look and say what's going to be that catalyst to move you forward there. Because obviously, I mean, stocks move based on demand, right? So if you don't have a lot of volume coming into something like that, obviously the stock's not going to move too much. So look for something that, you know, has a catalyst, something that has some momentum, that has some talk going on behind it. You know, something that could really move that stock there. Right now, BJ's, you know, just not something I jump into just yet. That's something you really want to look at for, you know, those safe haven trades when we're at the peak of the economic cycle. You know, that's when I'd be looking at something like BJ's. FireEye still taking off here, guys. Let's see. New highs of the day on FireEye. Nice breakout there. How many of you are in FireEye? I know a few of you are in, you're saying Root, you're in something else. How many of you are in FireEye? Let's see. Jerry says she's in FireEye. Skyjack said he's in FireEye. I'm thinking about doubling down on my FireEye trade. I got 30 contracts right now. Square's getting a nice little pop there. Guys, FireEye is really on the climb there. I like that expo we have on FireEye. Love that trade. We're up over 700 bucks on it. There goes FireEye again. Want to see you break that 2070. Medley's only up 79% now. That pulled back from those highs.
GRUB, Grubhub, shareholders approved transaction with Just Eat, Takeaway.com.
Grubhub just got
Grubhub.
some news there, guys. Take a look at GRUB. Some breaking news from the newswire there. That one might get a nice little climb.
Not moving too much here. Currently 63.
Not moving much on that news. There she goes. Now she's starting to get some volatility coming in.
Up about 1.8%.
See if Grubhub starts to get a climb there. Let's see 3-month daily on Grub. That's a nice one. That's a nice setup on Grubhub. Honestly, though, you guys know me. I eat out just about daily. I don't use Grubhub. I use Uber Eats. What do you guys usually use when you're ordering out? Do you guys use... let me lower them a little bit. Do you guys usually use Uber Eats? Do you use... what's that other one? There's the Uber Eats. There's the Postmates. There's the Grubhub. Which one do you guys use? I really only use Uber Eats. Island Time says he uses iPickup. Oh, you go pick it up. Yeah, I'm too lazy to go pick stuff up, especially here in Orlando. Everything's a half-hour drive.
That's
Let's see. GameStop 273.03. They had earnings. Outgoing execs leaving with millions of shares of GameStop there, worth almost $500 million. Just imagine that, being a CEO of a struggling company ready to go out of business. He gets a short squeeze. All of a sudden, you got $500 million in your bank. Amazing. You guys rarely have delivery, huh? I had Indian food last night. I had some chicken tikka masala, some chicken biryani from Uber Eats there. Let's see, PayPal, Square, those are looking great there. Workhorse wants to pick up here. It's still climbing a bit. Amazon, Airbnb, 142.72, not doing too much yet. Let's see what's on the newswire down here. Grubhub shareholders approved deal with Just Eat Takeaway.com.
MSFT, Microsoft says aware of an issue.
Users
in North America may receive a select a certificate prompt within Microsoft Teams. That's Michael Sandy Foxtrot Tango, MSFT.
Let's see. MVIS Microvision looks ready for another short squeeze. What's next? Analyzing ExxonMobil's unusual option activity. Brazil's Embraer is in talks to merge its eVTOL arm.
TSLA Tesla. U.S. Tesla says Model Y price continues.
There you go, right there. Model Y price continues to increase on Tesla vehicles.
DIBS, Delta India Bravo Sandy.
Looking at FireEye here, that's continuing to climb. Looking for a good day trade setup here still.
$20. That's Delta India Bravo Sandy.
AMC hanging out around $50 a share. Let's see, Azaria says ONPH. Let's take a look, ONPH.
Coming up at 10:30, natural gas storage coming up.
Hey, Ephraim, you know your son was born on the same day as Azaria's. Azaria, hope the family's doing well. Congratulations on the new baby. Ephraim's going to be coming up to the office in a couple of weeks here with his family. Can't wait to see them. Kyler's getting big. 8.8. ONPH though. I mean, when you see candles like that, first off, it's telling me the volume's probably pretty crazy. Not much volume. So let's take a look at the volume first. Yeah, that's what I was expecting. I mean, you're seeing under, 200,000 shares traded on that per day. But, Zaria, that looks like a really nice swing trade setup right here. I'd be targeting 40 bucks on ONPH. I think I remember talking about this one, Oncology Pharma Inc. I remember looking at that one quite a few times there. But the volume's starting to come in here. You're starting to see a nice climb there. That's definitely got some momentum there, Zaria. ONPH, let's take a look at the option chain on that, see what it looks like, see if we have any volume coming in. Man, I hate this keyboard. No options on, let's see, June 18th. There's no options on that as area, so that's going to be one you just have to pick up some shares on there if you wanted to trade that one. PayPal's looking really good here. PayPal, Square, they're all continuing to break higher here. PayPal's looking phenomenal. 267.70 up about 1.6% on the day. Let's take a look at Square. Square's holding that 210. Yeah, Skyjack, I'm in the Square July 16, 220 call. I have Square July 16, 220 call that I'm in at $15.45 a contract. It's currently at $9. It's up $2 a contract today. So that's a nice sign there. If she breaks above that 220, I'll probably add to that, Skyjack. Azaria, I might jump into that ONPH. Maybe I'll pick up a few hundred shares with you later on in the afternoon session. I really wish that Airbnb would start to take off here. Let's take a look at Airbnb because Airbnb, it's still holding that 140, still holding that blue 20. So you guys see, just one candle could get you right back up to that 150. You see this candle right here? I mean, that was literally 134 all the way up to 143. That's a 10-point climb in one day there. So, once you get some of those news that starts to come out with traveling increasing, hotels being booked, that's going to be a time that you're going to be looking to add to Airbnb, because right now it's still holding that support area pretty well. Still has signs of momentum here. Definitely still has signs of momentum. So that's just one you got to hold on to. We got the July Expo, a month and a half out till Expo. And that Workhorse is pulling back now, 15.56 down $1.32, down 1,300 bucks on Workhorse shares today. But like I said, Workhorse we have the shares of, so that one pulling back a bit. Some support at 15 bucks. Still in breakout momentum. Square is nearing highs of the day here, guys. SQ. That's one that I really love going into the summertime months. Remember, more transactions. What does that mean? More swipes, more transactions, more fees for Square. That means higher profit margins. So you got to be thinking about that. Okay, how are they going to do on their next earnings report? And if they're saying, hey, the next earnings report's going to be, obviously transactions are rocketing higher here as everyone's starting to travel, coming back from the pandemic. So I think their next earnings is going to be great for Square, PayPal, things like that there. As they get more transactions coming in, obviously their profits are going to continue to climb. And their profit margins are going to be much higher than last year.
Coming up, natural gas storage, 98 BCF build expected.
PayPal's having a big run. PayPal 267.73. Today 1 minute chart here. Looking good. Continuing to climb. That medley here only up 75% now. That was up over 100% before. That's what I mean about not chasing things. Just watch. Look for those setups. Baidu still holding above that 190. Squares near new highs of the day.
98 BCF build in line with expectation on natural.
Carnival Cruise Line's getting a climb back above 30 bucks here. You know, intraday moves, you just gotta sit back. There you go, Carnival Cruise Line. It was in breakdown momentum all morning. It finally got that 1020 cross. It had that MACD cross. Notice how when it had that MACD cross, you've seen a shift there. Came down to those lows around 29.90, 29.80. You know, starting to climb there. Now you're looking for that breakout above that red 50-day simple moving average. If it breaks that, yeah, you could be looking for that 30.30 to, you know, 30.50 possibly there on this run here. So that's what I'm looking at. It's holding above that 30 for the day here. If we could get back above, you know, 30.47, which is only 40 cents higher, well, that means we're holding that 10-day on a daily chart there. So that's what I'm watching for. I'm looking for a good day trade setup, though, guys. I really want to find a good day trade today. Roots back above 12 bucks there. Square up 2.4% on the day. Delta's back in the green for the day.
America says new Statendam and Volendam cruises will be canceled. Rotterdam season shifted. Eurodam maintains weakening.
Guys, look at the breaking news. Carnival's Holland America line updates summer 2021. Europe cruise schedule is canceling remainder of summer sailing for 2 ships. Whatever they are, Volendam and Nieuwe Statendam. So you're seeing shares of CCL pull back on that news. That's big news there on CCL. Europe has that new strain of that COVID that's hurting them. Let's see, CCL here. If we break below the lows of the day, I'm probably going to sell that CCL trade. Here's that CCL trade. If we start to break lower here, I might sell CCL and look for a re-entry there, because if Carnival Cruise Line drops 5% on that news over the next day, obviously I don't want to be in that trade during that pullback. So I'm just watching CCL now, see how it reacts to that news. Right now it's holding. I'm just going to keep an eye on that for a little bit here. See how it reacts to that news that just came out. Jerry Jones. Okay, that's not the Cowboys owner. That's some other Jerry Jones. Let's see. Baidu's still continuing to climb there, guys. Baidu's at 190.30. Let's see. Market movers there.
AHT, Ashford Hospitality Trust CEO on CNBC.
Blue Apron up 15% today.
Travel is coming back. Recovery is real and accelerating. As AHT says, we'll try to bring back employees who were laid off before the pandemic.
Okay, there's another travel company that's bringing back employees.
Hotel Tango. Shares of Ashford Hospitality Trust moving off the lows here, $6.58.
So that's how you got into crypto.
Yeah, no. I invested with Grayscale. Bitcoin exposure straight from my brokerage account.
Okay, what happened to the guy in the roof?
Investing in Bitcoin begins with GBTC.
GBTC. I don't know who's going to be getting into who's going to be getting into what you call it there, that Bitcoin.
Knowledge is gangster. Selling a home is expensive and stressful. So we set out to create a better home selling experience with a network of the most successful real estate agents in America. They'll sell your home for as little as a 2% commission.
The icing on the cake with the idea was that we saved $12,000 in commission.
They were so stress-free, the whole process was amazing, and I would definitely recommend them.
We are not a discount brokerage. These are top local agents that'll get you the best results.
CCL still getting a climb there, so I'm not worried about that right now. I'll exit out of that order. 2 ships, that won't matter much. Baidu still climbing up $300 on the day on Baidu. We're getting nailed by Workhorse today. Workhorse down 1,500, Roots down about 875, and then the Airbnb is down about 700. But then we're up 700 on PayPal, up 500 on Square. We're up 700 on FireEye, 200 on FedEx, 300 on Baidu. Baidu's still looking pretty good here. Take a look at BIDU. I love that setup here on Baidu. That's having another breakout here, breaking 190.51 now. 3-month daily chart on Baidu. You know, still not too much going on yet, but once she breaks above that 10, you know, once she breaks above that 194 area, I'd probably be adding to that August expiration for Baidu.
TMDX, Medix announcing scheduling of OCS liver FDA advisory committee meeting. Tango Michael Delta X-ray.
Some of the more cyclical side of it has been holding back a little bit recently. So there was a very interesting debate about whether those cyclical sectors that powered us forward in the first part of the year on the reopening story are going to continue in the second half.
LFST.
Still out on that. Tons of new highs, a few top names are out there. Interestingly, Cisco and IBM doing highs. Yeah, believe it or not, 52-week highs. Google consistently, Alphabet consistently hitting 52-week highs.
$21, Lima Foxtrot Standing Tango, DIBS, IPO indicating $21, DETA indicating $9.50 to $10.
A lot of debate about the value versus growth story. You heard Kathy Wood pushing it. You heard Marco Kolanovic. Jim was talking about it as well a little while ago. I point out the usual facts about
MNBY and Baidu.com indicating $180 on 7,000 shares.
Let's see, James says, how about TMO? Captain Thomas says space is moving. Let's take a look at space. Space today, 1 minute chart's looking pretty good there. 3-month daily consolidated past 3 days there. If she breaks above that 40, that's going to be a nice target to be targeting that 55 to 60 area. But right now, see how it's trading side by side here, candle side by side. So you got support at about 35. You have resistance at about 38, maybe 38.50. So, you know, right now it's just candles side by side there. So it's not really anything breaking out, right? So if you're trading side by side, you know, there's no breakout. So not something I jump into yet. But if you're looking at a day trade, now you're looking at the today 1 minute. You see you broke that resistance at 36.50 right here at that 10.16 candle. So then you could be looking for that short-term day trade. But for a swing trade, nothing just yet unless you're looking for a, you know, I mean, I'd be looking for that entry above 38.50 on space if for a swing trade. A day trade there, you know, you could be looking at that utilizing the trade plan.
Follow that's going to be we're going to have an enormous reopening story that's going to benefit all of what we call
Airbnb 142.37. At some point, I'm going to be adding to the Airbnb trade.
wrong. And now we're sort of struggling to explain, wait a minute, why are interest rates
Cleveland Cliffs even turned red here. That's down 2% now, CLF. You guys see all those momentum stocks from yesterday. I mean, Cleveland Cliffs even had a big climb today, up almost to 25 bucks. Now she's at 22. It's a 3-point pullback there from those highs. You know, that's over a 10% move there from the highs to the lows there of the day.
and then the narrative essentially changes because either facts change or the way people look at the future changes a little bit. And I think this peak story is the key story that everybody's starting to understand. That the second quarter is the peak, certainly of earnings acceleration.
Dow's up 98 points, Nasdaq's up 65, S&P's up 16 points for the day. Markets are green overall today. But you're seeing a little pullback from the highs. Let's take a look at SPY. Avilio said he's in some day trade on SPY. Still has momentum on a daily daily chart here today, 1 minute chart. Had that 10 crossing below that 20, pulled back a little bit from those highs there. 423 to 424.50. About $1.40 difference there.
Wealth is your first big investment. Worth is a partner to help share the load. Wealth is saving a little extra.
I think with those unemployment numbers dropping and everything looking pretty good, I think we're gonna continue to climb here for June.
Wealth helps you retire.
I like the way everything's set up here. Just gonna see choppiness now as you continue to see sector rotation going into the summer months. Let's see what else is moving down here. Score Media, gaming shares up 8% as traders circulate word single game. Sports betting. Let's see. MNMD, Psychedelics Pioneer, J.R. Ron unpacks decision to leave MindMed as CEO. That's big news. It's probably pulling back, but I don't trade any of those. Apple is in the red now for the day. Apple just pulled back in the red for the day. You're just seeing a little pullback here from the highs. Let's see, James says TMO. At the Thermo Fisher. That's a nice little climb there. I like how it has that strong support right around that 440. It's climbing off of that. You could be targeting that 475 to 500. So that's going to be your R1 475. R2 is going to be at about 500 bucks. Depending on the time frame of the option you want to pick up on that. Let me see what CCL is doing here because I might be selling my CCL today on that news. Guys, I'm going to sell my Carnival Cruise Line now. I'm going to take a loss on that right now. Just don't like that news that came out on that. It's pulling back a little bit. 173, sell to close, place trade. I'm out of CCL there. I closed CCL out of that at 173. So here you guys go. I closed out of CCL. I took a loss on CCL. Took a loss on CCL on that news there. I think that might pull back a little bit more here. So I'll re-enter into that once I see it come down to that base support. Right now, she might come back down to about $29 before climbing again. So that's why I exit out of that trade and consolidated my risk on that trade there. So out of CCL, let me get the phone up here. That should have that execution. I'm going to post this in the trade room for you guys now.
Clearly, the separation into pure play aerospace company and a pure play aluminum rolling company has paid
Let's
dividends.
see, WKHS. What's Workhorse doing at 1520?
Performance and cash flow all have led to the current healthy outcomes for the company.
Let's see. Might be able to pick up a SPY put with you there, Vilio, on the pullback here. If she comes back down to that 10, about 420, that's going to be a nice little 2-point pullback there. I might pick up a day trade here, maybe a swing trade overnight on SPY, SPY. Let's see. We could pick up that June 16th expo.
Dropping here, Michael Romeo November Alpha.
Ticket prices.
See what it does here first at that 422.50.
Held meeting on June 18th to discuss mRNA vaccine links to myocarditis.
Let's see, June 16th, 422.
Also, Pfizer shares ticking a bit lower.
I'm going to be looking to see if she holds that 422.50. She holds that 422.50, I won't jump into this trade. If she breaks below that 422.50, I'll be looking to add it to this.
Mentioned on May 27th in a bulletin that discussing myocarditis and pericarditis following mRNA COVID-19 vaccination. Now they will be meeting on June 18th to discuss the links to myocarditis. That according to sources.
The health in defense clearly helped us. Our defense sales were up double digits last year. Also, our industrial markets in industrial gas turbines were also very healthy. For us, the solidity of that defense is.
All right, let's see here. 422. I'll pick up 15 contracts, see if I could get in at 223. Place trade here. All right, we are in that trade on the SPY puts order status. Jumped in with you there, Vilio, on that one. SPY June 16th, 422 strike put. We are in that at, let's see here, 223 a contract. That's probably going to be a day trade, maybe an overnight trade.
Things of F-35s be installed around the world, then the spares market for that aircraft, for our engine parts, is going to be really important as we get to the middle of the decade.
that CCL still breaking down, Carnival Cruise Line, on that news.
What have you seen? What are you experiencing in terms of those
I just
materials?
post that in the trade room for you guys as well.
Price out in your end markets.
Okay. Nickel alloy is probably the most important commodity that we purchase, combined with then supplemental, I say,
Workhorse down about 11% today.
cobalt and rhenium. We also do buy aluminum. That's the smallest of our raw material buyers. We've experienced
Those SPY puts already up $150 there.
the last few months. We're in the position where essentially we pass those costs through to our customers by way of agreement of escalators. Most of those escalators being dealt with inside the quarter that is relevant to them. We're about 95%.
It's a nice little hedge for us. It's a small trade though, what, 3,500? We're already up $300 now on those SPY puts. But as I see here, as we continue to pull back, that hedge isn't big enough there if I want a real hedge on the longs here. Up $300 now on those SPY puts. $240 a contract.
Pandemic descending upon the world. 4 years before that, it was spun out of Alcoa as Arconic.
Avilio, what did you get in on the what candle did you get in on the SPY puts there? Did you get in right on that 1020 cross below, or did you wait until it broke below that 50?
Now is being solid. I look at not only the say immediate recovery post-pandemic, but you look at the long run cycles of our end markets, particularly in commercial aerospace.
MEDS tried to say health hitting new highs now, $7.50. Michael Echo Delta Sandy.
Revenue growth going out certainly during hopefully the next decade, even though that's a bit of a hostage to fortune, but that's the way I see it at the moment.
John Plant, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Coming up in the next hour on Tech Check, Affirm's Max Levchin partnering with Shopify. A lot of the details you'll get at 11 a.m. Eastern Time as Squawk on the Street continues and as the Dow's gains are awfully close to being gone.
I don't see why we'd be pulling back here much more. Got a lot of good numbers that came out.
Right now, you're planning for your future, whether it's a bigger family or taking care of the one you already have. You deserve to work with a company that's been invested in planning for the future for nearly 170 years. Learn more at nestmutual.com.
Edge DBX, SG Blocks, trading now complete. SG Echo completes the Spook Mountain Medical Dental Clinic and press for shipping. And scheduled to be
CCL still pulling back there. That's a nice exit on CCL. We made the right decision there on Carnival Cruise Line
GBX, Indigo
on that news.
Unleash your potential. UiPath Reboot Book.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief.
SPY still pulling back there a bit.
Care Company. Nervive contains alpha-lipoic acid to relieve occasional nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort. Try Nervive Nerve Relief.
Meet Tomo, the smartest home gym that learns as you get stronger. With personalized
Apple down about 64 cents.
and revolutionary digital learning. So you can be your strongest. Purchase Tomo today and receive Power Beats Pro wireless earphones from Beats by Dre for Father's Day.
Never forget that the floor is always a supermarket, with the merchandise being stocks. Except unlike an actual supermarket, the NYSE is more of a caveat emptor institution. Buyer beware. Watch or listen live on the CNBC app.
For dogs who really, 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 really love to play, we make Super Chew. A monthly box of tough toys, weenie chews, and all natural treats. Get free shipping today at superchew.com.
We'll keep this quick. We're making breakfast without compromising to your reality. Thoughtfully sourced,
Dow's up only 47 now. Nasdaq's up 12. S&P's up about 6 points.
Airlines is reportedly in advanced talks to buy a substantial number of large narrow-body jets, including at least 100 Boeing 737 MAX jets.
There's another big pullback here on SPY, up $400 now on the SPY puts. $500 gain now on the SPY puts.
And also the long term of this Boom supersonic thing we got a few days ago. They're doing some interesting things with their fleet.
They are. Boone Supersonic and also Archer, which is
Big pullback on SPY here, guys.
eVTOL aircraft tonight at an event.
Up $700 now on the SPY puts.
Is doing some very interesting things in terms of investments. And of course, as far as the 737 MAX is concerned, we just talked to Howmet Aerospace about them too.
That was Archer's wages. ACIC, right? That's Moelis' back, yeah.
Yeah.
$10.15. And then you got the other one, Joe.
Rogi,
Yeah.
and then there's another one I think that's getting ready to go public via SPAC as well. So this is a market that is picking up the pace, at least from a.
I like to call them flying taxis, but that's not really fair. I mean,
They are.
they will be.
Yeah, but they hate that. They hate that. But Boeing is one of the better performing names on the Dow, at least for now. Although, as we said, session high was up 290.
Yeah. Well, as we head to break, take a look at the biggest leaders on the S&P after notching a new record high this morning. ServiceNow took up nearly an hour on Robinhood. We have Lilly, Bio-Rad Labs, Bristol Myers, as we've seen healthcare names rally this week. Squawk on the Street will be back.
With a bang, energy and change came to every part of our universe. Not big or small. It continues.
Change is all around us. Shaped by technology and human ingenuity. We can make it work for you and your business.
Let there be change. Accenture.
Hey, you want to get out of here? We've got you. During Expedia Travel Week, save 20% or more on thousands of hotels. Just book now through June 12th to plan your escape with Expedia. Expedia. It matters who you travel with.
Keeping your oyster business growing as you slumped. You need to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. The moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Claim your $75 credit when you post your first job at Indeed.com/promo.
My husband Ben and I opened Ben's Chili Bowl the very same day that we were married. That's 1958.
Chili Bowl really has never closed in our history. When the pandemic hit, we had to pivot, and it's been really helpful to keep people updated on Google. We wouldn't be here without our wonderful customers, and we're really thankful for all of them.
Wondering what actually goes into a multivitamin? At New Chapter, it's innovation, organic ingredients, and fermentation. Fermentation? Yes, formulated to help your body really, truly absorb the natural goodness. New Chapter, wellness well done.
SPY getting a climb above that 10 for the first time in quite some time there.
Hi, David. Yeah, the retail rebound.
Got a nice little pop here in the markets.
Let's start with Signet Jewelers, reporting much stronger.
Dow's back up 54, Nasdaq's up 23, S&P's up 8.
Signet is the parent of
There's some intraday moves we're seeing.
It saw comparable sales grow nearly 107% across the board with strength in North America
Now, sales guidance is above the street for both the current quarter and the full year. Shares are up sharply here this morning and up about 400% year over year. Now, RH also beating by a wide margin on earnings and revenue with strengthening operating and gross margins. So CEO Gary Friedman actually quotes LVMH's Bernard Arnault and says his margins are now stronger than the luxury conglomerate. The furniture seller gave a stronger than expected sales forecast for the current quarter as well. Shares of RH are up here 15%. Friedman also said, quote, the unmasking of the general public could lead to a roaring 20s for the consumer exuberance. The strength of the U.S. housing market and renovations, record market highs, low interest rates, and the reopening of the economy all suggest good times are to come for RH, according to the company. The high-end furniture seller is also pointing to sale in England next spring. That will be its first international market. RH says it's also considering some new services like landscape architecture to add to its portfolio. Morgan, back over to you.
All right, well, that was a great hit, but I'm gonna let you go back to that beautiful baby boy because I think he just made a little, at least audio cameo appearance here on CNBC. Courtney Reagan. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just taking a quick look at the markets. We are fading the gains this morning. The Dow's now up only about 56 points or 0.1%. That's gonna do it for Squawk the Street. Tech Check starts right now.
Good Thursday morning. Welcome to Tech Check. I'm Carl Kingston here with John Ford and Deirdre Bosa. A big day today. Why GameStop has an obsession with Amazon, plus some news from Microsoft that Ryan Cohen is not going to like. Then, if you can take the get out of the App Store, creators feeling the pressure from Tim Cook and are fighting back. And then later, put a sock in it. Bill Ackman makes the pitch to retail investors. D.
He does indeed. Also ahead this hour, PayPal Mafia member Max Levchin, as his company and firm announces a partnership with Spotify this morning. Plus, the tech stocks to watch this AM as the street makes calls on Clover Health, Zoom, Fastly, ServiceNow, and more. John?
Yeah, but first, some news out of Microsoft that can only be bad for GameStop, announcing Xbox is actively working with TV manufacturers to embed a cloud-based gaming experience into smart television with no additional hardware used to play outside of the controller. Basically a Netflix for gaming, and a development that could push gaming business beyond the console, and that could make GameStop in particular, despite its relatively strong earnings last night, but more and more like Blockbuster Video, as Ryan Cohen and company continue to rely on sales of hardware, either in-store or online, not software, to supply growth. Carl, what we've increasingly seen happen is whether you're talking about Microsoft or Amazon or, I mean, down the line, Google, others, moving to this streaming model for gaming.
The XFO is posting a copy of volume with Silver Street Foxtrot Oscar.
What we see from streaming, Zoom, also with Epic, I mean, all of this is fitting into this new gaming economy, which is bad for GameStop. It's true, and it's part of the reason we spent part of the
DIBS, Delta India Bravo Sandy, shares open for trade at 21.50.
That's great. And like earlier that you bring some money, you got to increase enthusiastic shareholder audience, but it's not enough. As Dan said, these means are not benefiting investors to get more in order to keep a rational valuation on your business model.
Well, let me put this out there, that if I'm trying to think like a management investor, it's not necessarily that. I mean, GameStop, its transformation isn't built on being a millionaire necessarily. It's built on increasing software, its e-commerce service. So if GameStop sees that this sort of shift to the metaverse, and
DIBS
GameStop is able
shares
to
were
position
priced at
itself for that next generation.
$20, opening at 21.50 DIBS.
91% in the past quarter, and they expect that they want to get to NFTs. NFTs will likely enable the using them in something that might be completely different. That's not going to be much fun. I mean,
How many Funkos do you have to sell to make up for the margin that you miss selling a $500 Xbox? Like, if you're not selling to buy games because they're streaming them directly.
That hedge is working out nice. Down about 140 on that hedge, the SPY put there. But I'm starting to see Workhorse climb nicely here. I was down 2,000 bucks on Workhorse, only down 1,400 on that now. That's getting a little spike there. FireEye's starting to climb again.
To get into the business that, I don't know, app loving, ESPN, that Unity is powering, and what now, based on what they've said so far? Let's see it.
Okay, then one, and I'm just playing devil's advocate.
DBOG is also about the high result. Datadog getting a top tier on some volume.
Will say this, that Amazon started with books and transformed its business. Many companies, large and small, that they have an Amazon-like model to justify huge losses or businesses are not just saying, the gaming industry is ripe for this kind of disruption. We talk about it all the time. Amazon now GameStop now has capital behind it. Brian Cohen, and there's a bunch of Amazon executives. Why can't they? Now you're thinking we could run into that scenario.
It's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see whether this Amazon diaspora that is migrating to GameStop is going to be the version of pleasure after
Motley Fool mentioning Datadog as a pick.
Datadogs as a pick there for Motley Fool. Back in the green on the SPY puts there. SPY's pulling back again.
Well, keep them coming though. So we will continue.
a different generation than we are in a way, Carl, at least half generation.
I will look
Datadog shares off the highs now at 92.34.
This time from content creators. Fan House founder Jasmine Rice, she went full attack mode on Twitter last night, calling Apple's commission fee, quote, theft and exploitation. Other companies like Cameo also joining in. And there's, of course, Epic Games, which is suing Apple over the fees that it charges within the App Store. Apple insists that this is just the cost of doing business and keeping a safe marketplace intact. And we have had several high-profile CEOs take Apple's side on this program. Here's Snap's Evan Spiegel with us just a few weeks ago.
Snapchat wouldn't exist without the iPhone and without the amazing platform that Apple has created. And so, in that sense, I'm not sure we have a choice about paying the 30% fee. Of course, we're happy to do it thanks to all of the amazing technology that they provide to us in terms of the software, but also in terms of their hardware.
And then here is Unity CEO and former EA chief John Riccitiello. Have a listen.
This is hard to reconcile, but we're actually really friendly with Epic and the team there, and we're friendly with Apple and Epic business partner well. Snapchat can step back from the perspective of the App Store. Many business take it across the range, pretty much every App Store in the country, and that's what from software companies to PC distribution stores, everything.
And now we're going to hear from the other side. Here's Nick Morgan, chief executive of Apple's App Store, Fan House co-founder, and content creator. I just mentioned Jasmine Rice and Cameo CEO Steve Winwood. Good morning to you both, and thank you for being here. To Spiegel's point, and Jasmine, I'll go to you first. Would Fan House exist in its current form without the App Store?
ZETA indicating $8.50.
Yes and no. Directly to your question, current form, no, right? A lot of our creators rely on this app to be able to connect to their fans, to be able to sell their content to their fans, and to be able to make an income. Because we know everyone is on their phones. And without being on the App Store,
Priced
this
at
would
$10,
certainly be a
indicating $8.50 now.
Okay, Steve, same question to you. Would Cameo exist in its current form without the App Store?
Yes, it would. And interestingly, Cameo today, we're at 80% of our revenue comes from web versus app. Part of the reason is, like Jasmine, we launched Snapchat out of the App Store over 3 years ago, and in our business, we had a 25% take rate. So effectively, what
Got a nice climb here again.
Most of the revenue is coming from web.
Nice climb from the lows.
Big issue they're going to have.
Airbnb's coming back here nicely, guys. Let's take a look at Airbnb. That one was down quite a bit this morning. See how, you watch those intraday volatility, and then you came all the way down to what, 141? Now she's back up to 144. $3 climb there in what, few minutes. So, you gotta just take it day by day there. Like I said, you're gonna have days that you pull back a little bit, and then you're gonna have that big climb. When you're coming off that support area and you're getting that climb, that's when you're gonna be adding to the trades. I'm down $2,400 for the day now in the main account. It's not too bad, given what's going on here. We're seeing a little rotation, a little pullback in those momentum stocks that climbed.
Apple knows that it's kind of running monopoly here, and that's why it's costing 30%, and it's kind of like the flavor or the
All right, guys, I stayed on a little bit longer today than expected because I wanted to watch and see if we were going to pull back here or if we were going to hold support there. And, markets are climbing again here. We have the Dow up about 90 points, NASDAQ's up 38, and S&P's up about 12 points. So we'll keep that hedge on. The long-term trades are climbing off the lows here. Airbnb is getting a nice break out there. Baidu's back in the green for the day. Let's see what else is moving there. FireEye is starting to climb again here, and we have Workhorse that's well off the lows there. Now I want to start to see PayPal, Square take off again. PayPal's still looking good, and we'll take it from there. We're going to be live again in the afternoon here, guys, so come join us. If you're not a member yet, come join us at breakingchartalerts.com. Join us at breakingchartalerts.com. You guys can go to the Join Now membership pricing plans. If you go to breakingchartalerts.com, it's going to take you to the homepage there. You guys can see what we're about, what we do. You click Join Now down here, or you can click Join Now right here at the membership pricing plans. If you guys want to sign up for the Elite Pro Trader, we have a promo code challenge going on for that. That's going to save you 30% off that $2,500. If you put promo code challenge there, click sign up. Comes down to $1,750. We're live in the morning. We're live in the afternoon. You'll see what you get there. You'll see our features. Once you come join us, click on live trading. Go to the live trade room. We'll be live in the trade room from now until the afternoon. And then if you guys want to see all of our trades, you can go to Trade Alerts. If you want to see the Trade Challenge trades, you go to Trade Challenge. If you want to go to the education, I uploaded a ton of new videos here in the sections here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 10 videos in the beginner traders, intermediate traders. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 videos there. Experienced traders, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then in the option pro trader classes, we have even more here, many more. And you guys could go to the next page, and there's even a second page there of even more classes there. We got a lot of classes there now, guys, so go in there, check them out, and see if you guys have any questions on any of them. Make sure you let me know, and I will see. And if you guys want to go to the morning report, you know, if you want to see the daily newsletter, go to home, go down to newsletter here. If you click on that, you'll see that'll bring up today's newsletter. Here's today's newsletter. A lot of members like to print that out, look at that next to them next to the day, and take a look at those. You can see our other newsletters here by either going to older posts. Here they all are down here. Or you guys could go right here. Here's yesterday's, the 8th, and then so forth and so on. So you guys could take a look at that. Here's the breaking news. If you go here, this is stuff that's added for the breaking news, the newsletter. And make sure you join us in the live trade room. And then if you want to join us in the live sessions here on Zoom, you go to live morning trading session or live afternoon session there. So hope to see you guys with us there on YouTube. And look at Airbnb, guys. Airbnb is in the green now for the day. Wow, what a climb on Airbnb. That's a beautiful climb there off that support area. That's what I mean about being disciplined and being patient. You know, sometimes I like to stay away from the trade room because I see there's a lot of emotional traders there. So that's why we send out our email alerts. We have our targets, we have our stops, what we're looking for, the catalysts, and everything like that. So looking good here. I like how we're climbing off the lows. Dow's almost up 100 points now. NASDAQ's almost up 43, and S&P's up about 13 points. So looking good here for that continued climb, and we will be live again in the afternoon. So if you have any questions, make sure you reach out here, and I will see you guys in the afternoon. Have a great day, guys. Stay safe. God bless. Any questions, let us know in the trade room.